I'm Jojo, and as always, I'm with Trevor.
The numbers guy.
The
Numbers don't lie.
Come on, my number.
The numbers never lie.
All right, so today we're going to be doing, or rather looking at the match review for the PSL, which is match day 15. Trevor, let's get into it.
Interesting week, Jojo. The same goals as last week. 13 goals last week, 13 goals this week. But then we have heroes now. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Aubrey Ochilinde.
Oh, yeah.
Scored a brace last week. This week, a hat-trick.
Again.
And then drama as well. The two top teams in the division lost.
I think we've a lot to unpack.
We have a lot.
All right, so I think we should kickstart. We're going to kickstart with Manica Diamonds versus Crime and Bullets, which happened at Gibo Stadium, which saw Manica Diamonds with 1 and obviously Crime and Bullets with 1. Trevor, the injury did not seem to phase Manica Diamonds. Literally.
No beans, no problem. Gerald Bero stepped up,
Yeah.
In 3 games, he has 2 goals now.
Mm-hmm.
So he stepped up, and then Manica Diamonds, they've won 3 of the last 4 games.
Oh yeah.
So they're on a purple patch, and then the injury, like you say, to be doesn't face them at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're still intact.
They're still in one place. So should we go on to FC Platinum? Versus the Miracle Boys.
The Miracle Boys, absolutely.
Yada, which happened at Mandela Stadium, which saw Yada with 1-0. And my comment to this is, can we say that the miners were distracted by the Brazilians?
Obviously, the foreigners coming into the league, the miracles, it's now the Brazilian miracles. 3 new guys come in, and then you beat the defending champions.
Uh-huh.
It's something to write about. That's what you feel at 22 minutes, you have the ball in the back of the net. And Yada now, they've won at Platinum.
Exactly.
Platinum, they were on a bit of a down spiral because previously they'd gone 4 straight wins.
Oh, yeah.
And then now they drew the last game, and then this game now they've lost.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a challenge, and they've dropped as well on the log.
Definitely. 5th. Yes. So I think the miracle is working with the Brazilians.
Yeah, first win in 4 games. Brazilian miracle.
Definitely. All right, so we move on to the 3rd game, which happened between Ngezi versus Simba Bora, which happened at Babo Stadium. And this saw Ngezi, can I say that Ngezi is now catching the Arsenal cold? I don't know, Trevor. This is what I'm feeling, but honestly speaking, we need to also just applaud Simba for finally coming in with a win.
Finally. Yeah, Ngezi, they're catching the Arsenal cold, unfortunately. It's a bit too soon, but hey, they are.
Yeah, too soon. We are not even halfway into the PSL.
The momentum was there, but now I see them just going down and down and down. But for Simba now, that's good. 9 games without a win, and then finally.
Yeah, the Jesus moment there.
Alex Mandinia, they've so much to thank. Because you know what, it was a good call. 32 minutes on the clock, and then he goes on to go. And Ngezi now. The thing is, Ngezi haven't lost a game since last year, April. So for them to lose a game now. And then on the other hand, Simba Bora.
Yeah.
They last won a game in April as well.
Yeah.
April of this year. So April is the magic month.
It's the magic month. All right, Trevor, let's move on to ZPC Kariba versus Shesham. And this was just a 0-0, and this happened at Nyamunga Stadium. I feel Shesham has mastered, the art of drawing the season. Really not giving us any action, but they're just making sure they're at par.
Absolutely. Cheshire have drawn 10 of their 15 games this season. 6 of those draws were 0-0. They haven't scored. They have the worst attack in the league. They've only scored 6 goals out of 15 games.
What could be the problem? Can we say the strikers for Shesham are not really doing their job? Or what? Because honestly speaking, it doesn't make sense, Trevor, for us to be saying we are literally on the 10th game and they keep on drawing.
Big guys league. No. Premier League is different from the Division 1s. When you go into the big league without the right ammunitions, these are the results. 6 goals from 15 games.
So can we say that probably we need new players, fresh players?
I think so. And it's in the good thing is it's the transfer. So whoever is at Chesham now needs to sit down with whoever is in charge and then go, hey, we've scored 6 goals in 15 games. It's not enough. It's not a good enough return.
But I strongly feel the person who's in charge for the transfers at Chesham really needs to be in touch with the chicken in one, so that Anwana tips. on how to properly, get the proper players. Because honestly speaking,
unfortunately, people never get it out.
That's the problem. But let's move on to the big boys, the blue boys, Dynamos versus Chicken Inn. This happened at Barber Fields, and the 7 million, are flying high. Not only flying high,
I have a thing
the
about
boys.
the 7 million.
Uh-huh.
Zimbabwe has a population of how many people? And then you're saying 7 million for Dynamos.
That's what they said at Dynamos. They say there's 7 million supporters for Dynamos, but the boys are flying in and out of Bulawayo in planes, suited up, looking like, we are literally in Europe.
And the guys are flying in terms of form also. Yes. 10 points from a possible 12 points. I think the guys are doing well. And then, for them to win a game against Chicken Inn at Barberfield, mind you, Dynamos is playing away from home in Bulawayo. Yes. And Bulawayo is the home of Chicken Inn. So for them, it's like they're playing Chicken Inn at home, at their home.
Yeah.
So for them to win now, thumbs up to Elton Chikona and Eli Luga.
Yeah.
Yeah, they scored. Although Donald Benavan would have done a little better about the second goal, but then it's a story for another day.
But I strongly feel that I think maybe the flying in and out, it limits fatigue and helps players, to perform better.
It's helping. Third win in 4 games.
Yes.
It's a good return.
2-0. That shows
they've rested 45 minutes in Bulawayo. They're changing into their trade suits. The next day they're playing. So, they would have rested.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Caps United versus Greenfield. And finally, again, for Caps United, we saw it winning 2-0. And this happened at Bata Stadium in Gweru. This was finally a win after 6 games of literally a dry season. And obviously the savior of Caps United, Manondo, came through, and obviously Rodney Ningateres also gave us a score.
Yeah, I would like to thank, Lloyd put it down last weekend in his after match press conference, where he said, no, as soon as everything is in order, you start seeing the results, and I think they're reaping the results now.
So are you saying that probably that I would say the threatening statement that Chitembo said really helped?
It wasn't a threatening statement. It was just more of telling what it is on the ground. But
because I mean, people felt he was already saying, "I'm ready to leave." From what we picked up from the interview. No,
the coach is a Caps United legend. There's no way he's going to leave in that way. If he's ever going to leave, it's going to be on a good note.
Okay.
The performance was very good. It was a solid performance all over. But then now, when the house is in order now, everything works. So that's why you see now Caps United have won their first game in 5 games. So
they're playing well now.
It's a good return.
All right.
Greenfield now, trilogy.
Yes.
As always, they are this week's trilogy in terms of points.
Oh, yeah.
They've drawn, they've lost, and they've won their last 3 games.
Yes. So I think there's a little bit of action that is also going on there. But I also want to talk about the issue of discipline at Caps United. This is the 4th red card of the season and the 2nd red in 2 games. We saw Gordon Murira being given a red card when he was trying to, probably direct his teammates. But the goalkeeper, the referee was so quick to say, there we go, a red card. And we also saw Blessing, Sarupinda, having a red card again. What do you think?
Yeah, I know the numbers don't lie. It's their 4th red card of the season, 2nd consecutive red card. Yes. But then at times the fouls, come on, that was not a red card. It's a red card in the Sunday Social League, not in the big league. No, that's not a red card anyway in any book.
Trevor, this is why I keep on saying that all referees in the PSL, they still need to go for refresher courses, because honestly speaking, this was just a player trying to direct his players to say, hey, please, let's do this, let's do that. I feel like, even European football, we see that happening. There are coaches that are meant to do that. But clearly, when Godnos did it, it was a huge issue.
When you're winning and then you take a few seconds on the ball. Besides, the referee, I think, the confrontation in the first half. In the first half, there was a bit of a confrontation. I would like to believe so. So that was probably from the first half. The referee said, I'm going to get you in the second half. I know you're going to do something and I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you for it. All right. So we're going to be looking at the games that happened on Sunday. Stay tuned. All right, so welcome back, Trevor. Now we want to look at Triangle versus Bulawayo Chiefs. And, this happened at Gibo Stadium, and we saw the Lion Chiefs winning 3-0, and this was, a view. I think this is giving us the reigning Anushika, Joseph Sibindi, and, he's coming in on a reigning win. He's already winning, literally.
Whenever you're a coach at a new club and then you come in, you've lost 4 games. You've gone on a 4-game winless streak, and then a new coach comes in, 2 games on the bounce, they're winning, and then the main man, first game he scores a brace, second game he scores a hat trick. Something good is going on at Bulawayo Chiefs. I think the coach is magic is working at Bulawayo Chiefs.
Definitely. Definitely, and I also think just having new blood really helps. Having a fresh voice, And
it helps. And the Bulawayo Chiefs, the squad is a bit young, so it helps. And they've gone on up to 6th position as well. It's the 6th win of the campaign.
Yes.
So I think the coach is doing a good job. Triangle now, on the other hand, now something bad is happening. 2 games without a goal, and then their goal difference it has gone into -2.
Exactly.
They're the only team in the top 10 to have a -2 goal difference. So
I think the Triangle really needs to pull up their stockings, because honestly, it's not looking good. But we move on to Rhinos versus Hwange, which saw each team getting each point, and this happened at Butter Stadiums. And this, things are also just becoming positive, also, for Black Rhinos.
Yeah, things are looking up at Rhinos. I like to believe, the new additions in the mid-season transfer window, they've done their magic.
Yeah.
And then they've brought in a bit of luck.
Oh, yeah.
Because for them to go for close to 7 games without winning, then now they've drawn and they've won. So it's a bit of morale boost at the camp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they're not far off. It's just 8 points separating them between the bottom position team, which is Rhinos, and then the 10th place team, which is Rentals. So it's good. It's good so far, so good. You can't rule them out at this point of the season.
They do want, also considering, like we were saying, Kuti, we're still literally not even halfway into the game, so they still have a chance,
Yeah, they still have a chance. And on the other end, Hwange, they're doing well as well. 2 games, they're undefeated in 2 games. It's a good return.
Yeah.
They sit 9th with 19 points. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, they're doing well, because considering that, I think the highest is 27. Of 27 points.
No, the highest is 31 Highlanders.
31, 31 for Highlanders. So
I think if Hwange can just master the art of winning at home, because it has been a problem winning at the Colliery. The Colliery has become sort of their hunting ground.
All right, Trevor, let's move on to the last and the final game, which happened between Rentals and Highlanders, which happened at Mandela Stadium, which saw the undefeated log leaders, and they just, can we say that the undefeated, are they just getting by, or it's really a strategy? Because we saw the same result from Highlanders last week.
They remind me of Leicester City, the year that they won the Premier League.
Oh yeah.
There's a time they went for 9 games, winning 1-0 in all of those games.
Yeah.
So now Highlanders they're on 2, but they're grinding the results. Yes. And for you to be champions, you have to grind results. So go and play away to Rentals, grind that 1-0 result. At the end of the season, those points count.
So do you feel it's a strategy?
It's not a strategy, I think it's a mindset.
Okay.
And I think in recent time, that mindset now it's becoming more visible, because before this run of 4 games with a win, they'd gone 5 games straight draws.
Oh yeah.
I think the coach sat down with him and they said, "No, guys, you know what? If we're going to win this, we need to show that we are a team, man." Okay. And it's paying off. My only problem is all the teams that have gone on a winning streak, it has been halted at 4.
Yes,
It'll be very interesting to see what Highlanders does
after this match.
In match day 16.
So I really hope we get to see on match day 16, Trevor.
Yeah, Rentals. I like the way they're playing.
Yeah.
It's more balanced. It's a balanced diet. They've scored 14, conceded 14.
Easy.
The defense, no one is going to say, guys, defending.
Exactly.
And the guys will say, "It's goes at 14. You my goes for 14." So it goes on.
So I think we are going to be looking forward to the match day 16, which is going to happen this weekend. So Trevor, we look forward to match day 16, and hopefully we get to see more goals and more action on the field.
And it's going to be interesting because with the ban on football in Zimbabwe being lifted now, players now will play knowing that if I'm to play well, there is a national team call up
for the Warriors.
I might just be there. So, you're going to see a lot of effort now going forward. A lot of effort, a lot of players who want to be seen now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this was Your Night Football, and I am Jojo. As always, I am with
the numbers guy,
Trevor. Let's do this next week, same time, same place. Goodbye for now.